Oh man, you didn't get that part in? I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, I told you to tell me to start.
Damn it.
So you didn't.
Alright.
Everybody at home missing out about the fetish talk. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. Have they bonded over the sense of betting Alupa though? Are they friends now? Can I add her as a contact?
Add her as an enemy.
That is a great state to have the Johnson in.
What's the Johnson's feelings towards Rascal, though? Or Rascal also pet?
I mean, you were a follower, not a leader.
I mean, I could do that, I guess.
Yeah, but what about Killjoy?
I mean, Killjoy hasn't exuded much of a personality, so she doesn't...
Yeah.
What about Fleet? Fleet, who's not even here.
Alright, so the super cool jet plane lands in wait, god, the countries are all different now. In the Czech Republic. I didn't know the Czech Republic became a thing again.
Check it out.
Yeah, that's you're meeting in the fucking damn it, 1 second.
Interesting.
Wow.
Is that a bar?
You're meeting in Prague.
Wow.
Prague. I'm sorry.
It's Prague.
Well, as long as
Now it's Prague, obviously.
In the sixth world, it's pronounced Prague.
Are you proud of what you've done?
Yes, I am.
Let me go ask Google.
Proud.
Yeah, so you're meeting in Prague.
I'm super glad that my main European heritage is Czech.
I'm sorry.
Oh, are you from Prague?
No, we were from outside of Zastava. We made the best communist guns. The Czechs were the best communists. Screw the East Germans, our engineering was better.
But, and this is a reference, mind you, German engineering is the greatest in the world.
Hold on a second.
Reference
Sorry for
accomplished.
making fun of Prague, babe.
Praha.
Okay.
Is it German
Yeah,
science or German
Wikipedia says
engineering?
it's pronounced Praha.
Oh,
So you land in the city that shall not be pronounced anymore.
yeah, Prague.
And yeah, you have the Johnson, or to be more specific, Nausea Daviar.
Nauseous caviar.
Yeah, she leads you all out and loads you all into a brand spanking new what's the word?
Talk about loads and spanking. I thought we were done with talking about fetishes.
Roadmaster, Ares Roadmaster.
Hell!
And drive. It's about a 30-minute drive to the meeting place. What do y'all do in the car?
Fucking
Oh.
petting my bear.
Oh, is this an opportunity to reintroduce ourselves after months of being away?
Yeah.
I'm a child. I have a bear. Talk to people. Next. Said next.
I'll go last. Go ahead.
I am a young lady. I am invisible. I can't
I
feel
know.
joy.
I know it feels that way, but that's just... You'll blossom later in life.
I'm, part-time runner, part-time, sixth world biathlete. I like snow and I like guns, and Europe is far more covered in snow than Brazil was, so I'm happy to be here.
I was thinking of the phrase part-time runner, part-time athlete, full-time fashion model. It's like, oh.
Are we missing anyone? I think that's it.
Yeah, you did.
No, that's it. Moving on.
Oh, right!
Well, now I don't feel like doing it, so there.
No,
Hey,
please.
you said go last. That means you'll introduce yourself at the end of the run, right?
So
Who's
I
that?
was playing John.
Yes. Hi, my name is John. I'm a
John.
hacker. I'm also an elf. And this is Kirsch, my
Better
companion.
half.
Probably, yeah.
That's
I'm not.
the only half worth considering, really.
Yeah.
Rude.
True,
No,
though.
I agree. No, I agree with Jan. That's pretty straight.
They
yeah.
call him Kirsch. I'd like to hire you when you're human. Oh.
Yeah.
Kirsch is
I mean,
beaming.
let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. She does the real heavy lifting in this relationship. So when you say Kirsch and her human, it sounds like some kind of weird sex thing. That
Hush
seems to be the
you.
theme today.
Yeah, but
Today-
you.
Today's theme is weird sex things. Whee!
Alright, so you eventually stop out behind behind a old warehouse.
How old is it?
A billion years.
Wow!
Wow, it's older than the dragons.
This is the dragon. They pull up. This is the dragon we're looking to convince. What? Yeah, shapeshifters, remember? Oh.
Hmm.
So we're at an old. What was it? The draft house? Ponies? What?
All right. So yeah, you make it to this this warehouse. And you see a couple cars parked around it. You see like there's a couple people milling around. They look like they look like a security type. There's people walking around the building. There's like one or two people on top of the building. A couple people on top of adjacent buildings. It seems pretty secure.
Wonderful.
That's interesting. Do I see anything interesting on the Matrix when I look at it?
No, actually. Inside the warehouse, it's completely dark.
Wow, that's extremely disconcerting. I'll lean over and whisper to the rest, guys.
Rascal has low
I
light
think-
vision.
I think she's taking us here to kill us.
What does Rascal see? Anything? With her
Rascal
low,
sees a warehouse.
with her low light vision.
By dark, I mean there's nothing on the Matrix.
Oh. I'm like load up. I'm like, which bear did I bring? Reminder that I have
Which
several.
bear did you bring?
I don't know. Was it Pirouette? Was it Burning?
I hope not.
So yeah, Nadia Daviar and her official security team walk up to the entrance. Do you all follow?
Rascal follows with the bear. Riding on the bear. Should I roll for riding?
No.
You should roll for not bringing a bear.
It's dumb.
One of the things John would ask before we get there is like whether or not she wants us to follow with her, or if she wants us running like perimeter security or something like that. And also whether or not she's okay with us being visibly armed.
Yeah, they actually.
Visibly.
Yeah, I figure when you're like, do you follow? I feel that is implying she did not tell us not to.
Yeah,
Our job is to protect her.
Yeah.
She assigns her legal security to join forces with the other people guarding the building, and she asks the however many of you to join her on the inside.
We do.
Yeah.
And she stresses to not talk.
Me and my bear will not talk.
Are there
Killjoy's
dragons
good at that.
inside? There are
Um,
dragons inside, aren't there?
It's a warehouse full of dragons.
So, they're going. The people at the like, they'll let you in with like any like small arms, but like anything bigger than a rifle, they're gonna
What about a bear?
ask you to check it at the door.
Bear?
Would that include like concealed weapons and suitcases?
Yeah, they've got the full suite of scanners.
Anything bigger than a rifle?
And anything bigger than like a rifle, like an assault rifle, like yeah, they'd want you to just check it in.
Well, I don't have anything larger than an assault rifle.
All right, yeah, and they ask you to leave the bear there.
Ah!
I assume they are not going to be cool with my Remington pump action.
Yeah, they ask you to leave it at the door.
So, does a telescoping staff count as larger or smaller?
Definitely smaller.
Smaller.
Definitely, but it telescopes. It's huge when I want it to be. It's a reach of 2.
For reference, my assault rifle has a conceal of +8.
And unless, I mean, like, they've got mad scanners, they've got cyberware scanners, they got everything.
So anything that has a conceal higher than +8 would be larger than an assault rifle.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're trying to sneak around.
No, I'm carrying it in. It is not larger than an assault rifle. It is an assault rifle.
Using his Matrix knowledge, would John know roughly how quickly he could hack the sensors to go and not notice his rifle in the suitcase?
Johnson already hates you.
This is just John guesstimating, by the way. He's not actually doing it.
Roll a perception.
Matrix to regular.
Matrix.
Okay. Why do I never remember what Matrix perception is?
Computer intuition.
Thank you. You are my best friend. I love you.
Yes.
Alright. I have really bad Matrix perception.
I mean, you actually don't. I mean, it seems hackable.
It seems hackable. I mean, to be fair, he probably could, but for the sake of expediency, John, since he sucks with his shotgun anyway, is probably just going to leave it in the car. Kirsch will just take her shield and submachine gun.
Rascal will leave her bear at the perimeter. Should tell it to stay.
Okay, so inside, there's like another hallway that's has an amount of security personnel in it. That eventually leads to a door.
Does anybody request that Killjoy not be invisible at any point?
Yeah, please be visible.
Okay.
And opening the door, you see 3 dudes.
What variety?
The kind that turn into great dragons, possibly.
Yeah, one of them has like gray hair, like they're a redhead, but they've got like some gray mixed in. And they're about they're human, about like 5'8". Another is like a stereotypical looking German person.
Ah.
Well, Lamar is still stereotypical, but they look German, is what I'm trying to say.
So stereotypical.
And then last one looks more Eastern European. They're they're in an Adidas tracksuit. They're squatting. No. They're also in a suit. They're actually a troll. They're about 3 meters tall.
That's a giant.
Yeah. And they've got like black hair and slightly more tannish skin, and they all look at you as you enter.
Their heads all just like snap to the doorway.
Yeah.
I don't say anything.
All right.
I've been instructed not to.
Uh,
I smile though. I smile the sweetest smile. And waving technically isn't talking. So I smile and wave.
one second.
I stand at the
I
ready.
gotta type something now.
What?
Anyone
Typing
know
is
sign
banned.
language?
Make the bread. Make the bread. Punch the dough. Make the bread. Toss and turn. Make the bread.
I really do ponder what the likelihood that these are the 3 dragons, since there's 3 guys we need to meet. Or whether or not they're just like speakers like Daviar used to be.
Well, the original goal for last time was we were going to just go to a place and talk to the dragon, and there's no coups going on that we know of here.
Couscous.
So most likely this is just us going to the place to meet with the dragons.
Yeah, but following that logic, it was an assassination attempt, so there may be an emphasis not to go and put yourself in potential mortal danger.
My only question is, are the dragons hot?
I described them. It's up to you whether or not you consider them hot.
Fair enough. Make the bread. Make the bread. Are there any chairs around?
I'm sorry. Someone did a thing, and I have to type out a response.
Oh.
Then the bomb explodes.
Sophie governing their own country over there. Okay. Oh.
By the way, I apologize if you hear me coughing a lot. I got something in my lungs a few days ago, and it's just been working its way out.
Was it oxygen? I know, it's the worst.
No, actually, it was bone dust.
Good.
Your bone dust, or
No, bone dust from a side of beef. Or short loin, to be specific.
which side?
The short loin, to be specific.
Foiled again! Man, look up. What's with all these little islets up above Canada? What's up? What's going on up there? All broken apart.
That's how Canada's always looked, dude.
I know. I'm saying what's like going on.
I'm trying to
Like-
get farther away from America.
Piece by piece.
One would wonder why. America's awesome.
Like
So
what?
yeah, as soon as Nadia takes her seat, there's like there are like other security personnel just like standing like with their backs to like the walls of the room. So like you can deduce that that's probably the best place for y'all to stand.
I stand there,
Yep.
bearless, and without bear.
Without Bear.
And I
And,
stand
like,
there
you-
visible.
you're
I know,
still
we all.
you're still very much within within hearing distance. And so
We-
once they're all there, you take a seat. And their meeting begins, and it starts out with like just some formalities, like, oh, how was the flight over? Oh, it was fine, except for an assassination attempt. And ha ha ha! Isn't that how it always goes? Um,
Glad I didn't bring Fleet on this run.
I'm glad to. And so it eventually gets it eventually gets to the topic at hand, and Renal will be, or I suppose you wouldn't know, but the person with red hair speaks and will say, "So, we are willing to lend you our votes, our collective votes for the proposition that you'll be bringing to the Dragon Council at the end of the month. But, of course, there is something that we would like." And the troll continues, and they say, yes, you see, we are looking to become economic rivals of Lofweir. And as it stands, you have something very valuable to us. You have your army of drakes. And there's like a wave of silence fills the room for a moment before they continue. And now, of course, we're not asking you to give them to us. Of course, that would defeat the whole purpose of what you're trying to achieve. We rather just require their extended service for 5 years, let's say. 5 years of service to us and our need. That's a long time for you metahumans, isn't it? And Nadia thinks about it for
1d6 minutes.
and she eventually she sighs and says, "All right, I'm I'm willing to do that. And they all these dragon people look very pleased. Like, wow, that's just wonderful. And
When she dies.
and they're this meeting is going way smoother than any of you guys would have ever suspected.
Yep.
So what does my
Pam
agent
wants to
find?
get this over with.
And then the session ends. Good job, everyone.
Yeah. And they hash out the details, and
John asked something.
yep.
He
I
asked.
gotta type out another essay.
Just imagine if we were all sitting around a table, I'd have to go and write letters and things. So you would have some inkling that I'm up to things, but I'm not, because I'm an honest person with an honest face who would never do anything to endanger me for my own personal entertainment.
You say you're honest, but you just told 3 lies.
Or did
The
I?
first being that.
To be completely frank, I'm sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop at this juncture.
Yeah. 2 shoes.
Like, I don't know if this
Tony's
seems strange, but I'm
2
suffering
shoes.
from a case of extreme paranoia.
Yeah, that's our job.
I'm gonna bring up a run.
No, I would go so far as to say that I'm way more paranoid than you guys.
I'm gonna bring up a run. The Johnson calls y'all up. He's like, "Alright, here's stacks of cash. Thank you." I was like, "Hey, what?" Suspicion.
That
Through
would be great run.
I mean, to be fair, I've seen
Here's
that
your
happen
job.
before.
Take this money.
Honestly.
Alright, but what's it pay?
And it's like, good question. This money, another sack of cash.
I'll take
You
the
have to
job.
You sure you can't go any higher?
So yes, eventually, they all get up.
Get on.
They make their way outside, where you are reunited with your gear,
Where you are promptly shot.
and
Alright.
that's ow, fuck me. I was like an idiot. I was playing with my lighter and I burnt myself.
Oh, you know, fire.
Yeah, that's
Casualist of fire.
Yeah, isn't there, like,
It's the
The
closest
saying
thing to
about
a
playing with
fidget
fire?
device that I have.
Don't. It is my. Hey, look, Ma! It's my new fidget spinner. Oh.
it's just 3 lighters
I only
taped
use
together?
it. I only use it to light my incense and my candles, but
And
it's
to
just,
play with idly.
It's just so fun to hit the thingy. Anyway,
You should get something else.
Yeah, you should do what I do and clean guns. That's fun.
so yeah, once you
Ouch!
get out,
I was
once
playing
you,
with my gun.
Once you get outside, Nadia's comlink explodes. Metaphorically.
Okay.
It's
Yeah. All of us are like literal.
All of us were like, all right, yep. That's fair.
I'll accept that.
Instantly able to accept it.
Yeah, it starts ringing a shit ton. And like there's like a couple
A couple.
like there's a couple missed calls, and she picks up and it's just, hello? Wait, Ryan? I'd like you all to make a memory check.
I'll make a
Oh,
memory
boy.
check.
Memory.
I'll make a memory check. Wow. I guess that makes sense. Here's me making a memory check.
And here's
Yep.
me making a memory check. What?
Oh!
What?
3 successes.
Actually, I don't know how many memory dice
It's
I have.
logic plus
Ooh.
int.
Okay.
Okay, there's a couple of things I'm going to do. The first thing is the memory check.
It's
so
logic
I'll do it.
will, apparently.
Yeah. Your
And,
asshole doesn't care who Ryan is.
Before you answer, I'd like to do one more thing, and I'm going to send this one to the GM in secret.
This one.
Yeah.
This one and this one only.
By pure chance, Killjoy almost remembers as much as John does.
I mean, anything we could do is we could technically say is by pure chance.
By pure chance, Killjoy is able to shoot the person.
Yeah, I mean, it's just as much by chance as it is if she weren't able. The dice landed on a number. In fact, if you look at it, 1 by 1, it's technically more likely for her to not hit, because each dice has a 2 out of 3 chance to fail.
By pure chance, the dragon was able to successfully resist your pistol.
Pure chance! Each dice, they rolled it. Like, if you shot a dragon with a pistol, like, what would it do?
Nothing. They have hardened armor.
No, not what the pistol do. What would the dragon do? Like, the dragon, like, turns at you, it's like,
Squish you?
looks at you, looks at the gun,
I don't think they would even feel it.
looks at you again. And I'm like, they hear it. They hear the gunshot. It's like, did you just try to...
Did you just shoot me?
With a
Ow!
With a pistol!
You know I'm a dragon, right? Like, big things. Most people don't even meet them. They're afraid of them. With the wings and living longer than you can possibly fathom. Though, you just tried to with a pistol, huh? Okay.
That's so rude of you.
Well, yes, I need to work up the progressive -1 penalty to dodge.
One second, I have to look. at something.
100 people shooting at a dragon.
Just beat.
Just beef?
Sorry, I just have to look up. I have to look up someone's stats real quick.
If a character took a frozen steak and threw it at an unarmored person, how much damage would you say it would do? Threw it as
Improvised
hard as
weapon rules. Those
How much-
exist.
How much damage does a toaster in a bathtub do? It's like not even damage, just death.
Alright, yeah. So, John and Killjoy, you both remember the John she's speaking to is most likely or why did I say John? The Ryan that she's speaking to is
The
most
elf?
likely Ryan Mercury. Do you remember that conversation?
Nope.
No.
Ryan Mercury,
I do.
the first Drake to emerge in the Sixth World, the leader of the Brood.
I prefer Freddy.
You know, Naja Daviar's ex.
Okay. Was Freddie Mercury a dragon?
No, I'm gonna mute you.
Once you get the big D, don't go back, yo.
So, what are you? Wait. Do you think that would work?
I'm sorry you broke up on me really badly.
I think she's imitating a phone call.
Yeah, I'm imitating one half of a phone call.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean,
Feels like I'm only hearing half of a conversation.
Yeah.
Is it worth the time? I mean, if you're sure. And she slowly brings her comlink down and hits the end call button. And
In that order.
she looks to y'all and have any of you been to the metaplanes?
To where?
What?
I don't think that's
Is
somewhere
any
I
of
can
us a
go.
mage? If no, then that the answer to that question is obviously no.
We can get past that. We need to move. I think we just found our ace in the hole.
I mean, we just got 3 dragons to agree to greenlight. They greenlit our ProFundMe. Like, we've got our ace in the hole. We need to convince one more dragon, and we've won.
That would be the majority, yeah.
Yeah, because the two dragons, Long and Ryomo, I believe, those are the ones who. It's like no matter what one does, the other one does the opposite. Is that them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if we convince one of them, which we will, it doesn't matter what Aiden does.
Things can still happen at the Great Dragon Council, but listen, just get in the car. We have a road trip to go. To get
Vroom, vroom.
In a
I get-
car.
I get on the bear and in the car.
And she jumps in. She's a lot more energized than you've seen her before. And
That typically happens when talking to your ex.
right. Where's the? Oh gosh, where's the nearest rift? That would be in.
Okay, so
She trying to take some non-magic people into the magic realm.
Maybe.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Can't wait to have 2 and everything.
here's John's response.
A metaplane is where spirits come from.
Do you have something to share with the class, John?
Yeah, I'm at least one half robot. I don't feel like wandering into magic is going to work out well for me.
It's been done in the past.
You've been done in the past.
Killjoy
You know-
has 0.05 essence.
Half of my bears are missing some essence. There's a 50% chance one of my bears isn't going to be able to do it.
Like,
So
I
we've
admit,
We've gotten cyber zombies into the metaplanes. You'll be fine.
Why?
you ask strange questions when the reason is obviously because fuck you, that's why. But
Because
oh god, I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
tell me what you all know about Dunkelzon's assassination.
Did I even know who Dunkelzon was?
I mean, I think you all rolled as a joke, but everyone
like-
Yeah.
would know what who Dunkelzon was.
Rascal's like 18 and was raised in a lab. Like, is he
Even
still moderately
Resident
talking
of
about?
UCAS assassinated?
Hmm?
Yeah, the first ever Dragon president.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
Died
major thing.
inauguration night.
Yeah.
Like, you would have, at the very least, heard about it in passing.
Sure. It's like, Rascal's like, oh, I've heard that name before. It's like, everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't assassinated. And, like, at this point, the
What? X-Files music plays.
the truck turns on and starts driving to driving to somewhere.
Dunkelzon was an inside job.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, being a presence on the Matrix, John finds this extremely interesting. So much so you could almost say that he's using his cyber eyes to record the whole conversation.
What does Rascal have?
But no, I admit I ran that Matrix just partially to be able to justify the things I know that John wouldn't know about metaplanes. Which mostly consists of the plane of razor things. Where even the air is so sharp it will cut you.
That sounds like a metal band.
And the
Sounds
blood
like
plane.
Huh?
Alright.
And the blood plane.
Plane of razor things sounds like a Herodias metal band.
So, he wasn't assassinated. He performed a very great act of blood magic and took his own life to complete the spell. And we're not entirely sure how this works out, but at the very least, for exceptionally powerful beings, they can be reincarnated. And that's what happened to Dunkelson.
At this, Scotty, who's been like fairly professional about the whole thing, is just gonna like, have this expression on her face of, you know, the moment when like your world is so profoundly shattered that you have no reaction. But wait, what?
JFK killed Lincoln.
At this point, John will pipe in. So, you're saying that this was a great act of blood magic on the part of Dunkel. Didn't like a whole bunch of people die too when the stage exploded?
Well, it wasn't a stage. He died in his car. And some people did die, yes.
Okay.
But I know it sounds terrible to say this, but it was for the greater good. Using his life force, he created a magical artifact called the Dragon Heart. And that artifact can... how to put this? It can nullify the negative effects of mana spikes. Specifically in the form of bridging the gap between... Oh god, I can't believe I have to... Oh. So in astral space, in one of the metaplanes, there is a very large ravine, and that ravine gets smaller and smaller as mana levels rise. And mana spikes create, spikes on that ridge, which can connect the two prematurely.
Scotty's gonna raise her hand and say, I've heard this end of time myth. Let me guess, something terrible is on the other side.
Something profoundly terrible that comes across with every world. It happened in the fourth world, and it happened in the second world, and it's going to happen in the sixth world. And it would have happened a lot earlier had he not sacrificed himself.
So you're telling me there's an apocalypse that only happens on even-numbered worlds?
What exactly are we getting pulled into?
Now, that's a reasonable question. Let's answer that question first.
This isn't about that.
Why are you telling us?
Because I have to explain... That information isn't necessary to understand what we're about to do.
Which is?
So, Dunkelzahn became reincarnated into the Great Spirit Leaf. And that Great Spirit became permanently intertwined with the body of a cyber zombie. And Leaf is now in that metaplane using the Dragon Heart to stop any and all magical spikes, or mana spikes. And Ryan believes that the Dragon Council will recognize his vote.
We already got all the votes we need. Let's transcend reality so we can get one more vote.
I mean,
Right.
if we had the vote of Dunkelzahn, that means a lot more than most others.
I mean,
Yes.
it just sounds to me
And-
like if what you're saying is true, he's got a bit more on his plate right now.
There are others that can hold the heart for the some days that he will be gone.
I'm just sorry. This is just kind of like giving me Jesus for jury duty vibes.
I mean, to be fair, this feels like the kind of bleeding heart bullshit Dunkelzahn would get himself involved in.
Oh, no
But-
doubt. No doubt.
but-
It's just...
At the same time, I find it. This is John speaking. I find it vaguely disconcerting that, rah Drake freedom and all that, but slightly more greater problems.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, not
on the
step
encroaching
on...
horizon.
Not to step on your woes, but if there is some greater good that he's fighting for, I feel like maybe time better spent there.
Or couldn't you just have someone bring his vote back? Oh shit, that's what we're doing, isn't it?
In a sense.
Great.
And
You just need to get a quote from him, quote.com.
and so you drive. And several hours later, you're not. I suppose if you're somewhere in Ukraine.
No, not
When-
ignoring this shit.
When the car stops and you are asked to get out.
Get out!
And you find yourselves at a farmhouse. And there's actually there are like flat plains around this place with very tall mountains and out in the distance. It's
If the planes are flat, how do they fly?
huh? Oh. And actually, that's funny you should mention that because parked on one of the plains, there is a plane.
Whoa. Is it grassy?
No, it's super not.
We're talking like a biplane here, like a modern...
It's like a modern plane,
Okay.
and it actually has the same symbol that your plane has.
Wow.
The Draco Foundation.
Sure. It's a big question mark. It's a black and purple squared texture.
I guess let me pull. Let me pull that up.
Don't die.
I'm also looking for it. There it is.
Whoa.
See full-size image.
Let's just get Godzilla's vote. Come on.
Godzilla's not a dragon.
How dare you? What is he?
Probably one of those abominations.
Let's get Deathwing's vote.
You know, given the fact that there are infinite metaplanes out there, legitimately speaking, we could probably go do that if we looked hard enough.
I don't know how much weight it would carry. Also, we probably would get eaten.
Should we just go? We go to the Dragon Council and just like, listen, how many people play Hearthstone?
Not even World of Warcraft, just Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure, well, you know, knowing Blizzard, that probably is still a thing.
So
IPs never die.
as you all exit the vehicle, someone comes out of the I don't know how to spell.
Well, my question is, which metaplane are we going to, and is there any available information on it on the net?
We're going to the one that Dunkelzone's on.
Yeah, there is absolutely no information about this on the internet.
Are there any ducks nearby?
Ducks?
Yes.
There aren't any ducks nearby.
Fuck.
It's Ukraine. If you've never
Yeah.
been to Ukraine, let me describe it for you. Try to think desolation, and then like multiply it by cancer. That's what rural Ukraine looks like.
The cancer of smog.
Someone exits the house or the farmhouse. They're about like 6 feet tall. They're a dude.
Are they?
They've got like some spiky 80s ass hair.
Whoa, ass hair.
Yeah.
From the 80s, no less.
Are you 12?
Why did you do that to me?
Spiky 80s ass hair. He's got it.
Oh my god.
I'll just
Back
slow
on
you
track. Back on track. ...
Please?
Please continue with the description.
they've got an armored jacket on, combat trousers, and they look at you. They look at you all with a look of concern, we'll say, and they walk up to meet you halfway, and hey,
We meet them. I walk up.
Nadia, and Nadia, gives him a nod. Ryan,
Rascal.
he looks at you like for a moment, and then just starts walking. Waves to follow, and starts walking towards the building.
Everybody was saying their name.
You got any dope slaps, Rascal?
Hey, listen, I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm just kind of like trying to pay attention and like trying to do in character, but I don't know what's happening. Like, we're in a farm, okay. If people are saying their names, okay, I guess I will too, because it looks like he's waiting for us to introduce ourselves, so I do. Fucking want to slap my character because I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
All right, from the top down, after a rather successful meeting with the dragons, Najee Daviar received a phone call from this dude. Ray Mercury, was it?
Ryan Mercury.
Ryan Mercury. Ryan Mercury was Nadia Daviar's ex.
Mm-hmm.
He called with an interesting opportunity, which is then explained in the car as
No, yeah.
apparently Dunkelzahn has some kind of interest in going and voting on this Drake issue.
I get that. I'm just like the current setting. I'm like trying to work in what's happening, but like there's like I don't know. There hasn't been really a whole lot of opportunity for any of us to do anything. It's been a lot of motion forward story, and I'm like, all right, this seems like a moment where our characters should talk. So I say something, and everyone's like, "Why'd you say something, weirdo?" I'm like, okay, I guess on with the not talking.
You all file into this building, and are any of you magically inclined?
No.
I am not, no.
0.05.
The bear's probably the most magically inclined of a lot of us.
So Scotty's an adept, right?
Yep.
Do you have magic sense or astral perception or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay.
Can't add-ups like not specifically not astrally perceive.
They have to
can't
take the
astrally
power for
perceive
it.
unless they have the power, yeah. So yes. You meet a woman inside. She's got overalls and a plaid shirt underneath, and to y'all, she seems like a perfectly average adult human female. And once you all enter in, she says, I understand why it's important, but I don't think it's a good idea. sending mundanes into the astral, that's... I mean... You know, it's doable, but... it just doesn't seem like a great idea. And Ryan speaks up. He says, listen, I understand your concern, but with everyone, I haven't been back there since we brought Leaf there the first time. We don't know what we're going to find. And says, well, what about the people you're sending in? What do they think? And she looks to y'all.
Well, I for one feel like this is going above and beyond what would be considered reasonable for this contract.
Yeah.
I don't see how I would be doing anything more than getting in the way.
Like I
don't want to die, and I don't know what's in there. Frankly, I don't know what in there even is.
Okay, like, I mean, to be frank, I'm with the other two. Like, I want to know some context as to what we would be doing there and why you want us to come with you. Because this is legitimately above and beyond what you hired us for.
I agree.
It's just gonna get me. I've done stupider things for money, but I'm gonna need more money.
In fact, I'd qualify this as an entirely separate run. Says Rascal, like, this is a new plan that has been cooked up in the middle of this, and suddenly you're asking us to do it. When it had no mention of it before.
Like, don't get me wrong. If the price is right, I will happily go there and murder everything between you and Dunkelzahn and then back again. But context is important. What exactly are you looking for here?
And what can we expect?
We're looking to convene with Leaf and have them understand what we're doing, and at the very least give their sign of support.
I mean, that's all well and good. We get that part, but the question that I'm asking is, like, do you need us to provide security? Like, what will we be expecting when we walk in there?
We're not entirely sure.
Is it a meta plane of soft, fuzzy bunnies and hugs, or unspeakable nightmare horrors?
And on the note of that, I think an equally important question is, no matter how easy it is to get us in, or as difficult as it sounds, how easy will it be to get back out?
If everything goes according to plan, you'll be able to exit the rift as easily as you enter it.
Okay. So that's
and as for the type?
As for what?
The question Scotty asked.
What was the question?
What is the meta plane one of soft, fuzzy bunnies who give you hugs, or unspeakable nightmare horrors?
If Leaf is the same way we left them, then the side of the plane that you will be on shouldn't have any dangers to speak of.
And if they're not?
Then that would be somewhat somewhat problematic, I suppose.
Now I want to put this into perspective, and this is John speaking, just to put it into clarity. I did a search on this thing, and some of the planes that came up were the planes of perpetual acid. The plane where the air is filled with razor-sharp shards of glass. Like, the question I think that is being posed is, like, on a scale of, regular street clothes to armored environmental suit, where are we going to be falling on that scale? Do you have some perspective on that? Because, here's the thing. There have been instances where people go into the metaplanes and instantly cease to be.
Yeah, before I step through any Stargate-looking thing, I want to make sure that I don't need a spacesuit for the other side.
No, yeah.
Would a spacesuit even work?
The metaplane that you will be arriving at should not require any sort of environmental protection.
All right. And you can say that with some measure of surety, right?
Yes.
Like, this isn't you just ballparking it.
So,
the rift, the plane in which the valley exists has not changed since time immemorial.
What would we be expected to do in order to keep you safe?
Well, as the environment of the plane has not changed, there are certainly people who have come and gone. If there's any sort of intrusion on that plane, it'll be asked to protect myself and to a lesser extent, Ryan.
and speaking of what you're expecting us to do, as you know, I'm not, and I don't think any of my teammates are particularly magical, and this is a purely magical place we're going. How can we expect our abilities to translate into this otherworldly realm?
You'll be taking your entire body with you. Your skills and attributes, or I guess I wouldn't use the word attributes, but
Sure.
Your talents, and they will remain whole.
And of our gear? Looking to the people that have bigger guns than she does, which is say at all.
Yeah, I think that's the question that's all burning on our minds. If we wind up facing Bill Goth the Goat Shagoff, okay, if we shoot it with bullets, will it die?
That basically sums up my questions too.
Yes, it's not exactly the most well-studied phenomenon, but physical objects that pass through a rift should affect magical entities on the other side.
Okay, and you've been there before, correct?
Yes.
Is it an extreme environment? Is it temperate, or are we walking into, South Los Angeles or, the North Pole?
It was somewhat of a grassy, kind of like the Grand Canyon, I suppose.
Grassy Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Reasonable.
If my skills will be applicable, then I will happily proceed.
Well, I must admit this is sounding less like a hellish nightmare than I might have been anticipating, but as the entire team has mentioned before, perhaps additional pay is in order for sending us to another realm. And she looks to the group, Rascal does, for any ideas of what that extra pay should be.
Now, don't get me wrong, I appreciate more money just as much as anyone else does, but all things considered, Miss Daviar here is in charge of a relatively well-connected and powerful organization. I would be willing to go into this one for, say, a few favors.
Favors are nice.
Sure. In exchange for this above and beyond sort of performance, I could say, the Draco Foundation will offer each of you one favor to be carried out to the best of our abilities within reason.
I want to pet all the drakes. I'm kidding.
Could you find me the man who killed my sister?
We have substantial resources in that
Manpower.
sort of... Yes, I believe that we could.
Scotty's gonna like stop for a second and go, Team UCAS for, well, what year is it? It's 2077 now? Well, the next Winter Olympics?
2076, yeah. What are you asking?
I want a shot at the Olympics, next Winter Olympics.
Wow.
We can most certainly arrange that, but let us nail down what it is you all want after
Yeah,
the freedom of a race is off of our minds.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
yeah. John and I will be, or Kirsch and I will be in touch for that one.
I think they didn't know. Kirk is like, no, wait, there's an important decision to make. John needs to shut up.
Okay, it's like, all right, sweet. One favor each. One for me and one for Kirsch. No.
So there's just like a portal that we're going through, right?
And the farm woman speaks up and she says, in a manner of speaking, yes. I'll have to. It'll take some time, but I can generate a portal. Yes.
Time is what I have. So I decided not to go with it earlier, but Rascal does have lack of focus as a negative quality, and there was a when the Johnson was just talking a lot about magic. It's like a whole bunch of stuff, like a topic Rascal has no idea about or interest in. Just on and on. I was like, maybe Rascal just stops listening. But no.
And she says it'll take several hours. Please make yourself at home while you wait. And Ryan's she goes off and out into the field somewhere, and Ryan says, "Oh, that reminds me. There is one other person that will be joining us. Someone else that was on my team to we finished finalizing our deals with several different dragons, and the door opens and you see a woman enters. She's got a dark skin. Her I always forget what they're called. They're not called dreadlocks. Like all of the box braids. They're called box braids. Yeah, she has like very long box braids. And she has silvery eyes and like sort of freckles on her skin, on like her face to match.
Is it Siren?
It's Siren.
John will wave. Hi, Siren. Kirsch will also wave. Hi, Siren.
Rascal wave. Hi, Mom.
When did I ever agree to that? And
What was her actual name?
Siren's real name?
Yeah.
It's Emma something. 1 second. Oh, am I right?
That's when you know that you're deep in the shadows, when you forget your own name.
My name is hold on, let me check. Or somewhere. It's a cute
And
password.
Ryan continues. She's been helping me with this past mission. I'm not exactly the most eloquent speaker. Let's put it that way. And so yeah, how do you guys spend what amounts to about 12 hours in a farmhouse?
So wait, where did Siren come from? From the plane?
Oh yeah. Siren was with Ryan on his adventures to Aralish, Marasu, and Hetsubi. Oh, and Celadir.
That is a good question.
So what are we doing in our 12 hours? You said.
Yeah, just whatever you want. It's a cool fucking farmhouse. There's like broken shit everywhere. It's fucking the best.
I'm gonna like run around with my bear in the fields.
How good is delivery out here?
Not very. You're in the middle of nowhere in Ukraine.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure all my weapons are ready to rock and roll. Well, specifically my Desert Strike and my shotgun. And my cult government.
I'm going to practice stabbing with an echo.
Echo.
John will sit down with Siren and have a nice chat.
Hell yeah.
At least for a little while, and then he's going to go and sleep off the splitting migraine he's had ever since he got off the plane. For
Yeah.
completely unrelated reasons.
Oh yeah, Rascal's definitely gonna talk to Siren. Be like, "Hey, how you been? I've been like this. Also, this is my bear. Introduce yourself,
Oh,
bear."
that's kick-ass. Where'd you get that bear?
From a circus, where I was practically raised.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, but it's happier than where I came from before that.
I suppose.
She'll laugh.
I suppose, says Siren.
Yep.
And Rascal will be like, "Yeah, this is one of my bears. I also have an elephant. You can come see him sometime if you want."
What the fuck?
From the circus.
Huh.
Yeah, and Rascal
Well,
will
shit.
elaborate on her colorful backstory.
Yeah, I know, right? Some weird shit.
Stay funky, my dude.
They still have circuses in 2076, I bet. I mean, what corporation would do circuses? Horizon, probably.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, why wouldn't they?
Nadia suggests that you all get like a decent amount of sleep before the portal opens.
I do.
How long has it been since we landed?
Since you landed, about
8
like 6 hours. Yeah.
Oh,
If we slept on the plane. The regular plane, not the meta kind.
so like we might be tired by the time the portal opens.
I suppose.
Clearly, you've never been in the military before.
It's true.
I exist on a constant plane of being tired. Alright.
So Killjoy will take a nap before then.
Yeah,
So-
Rascals nap on a bear.
Hell yeah.
Don't snap a bear.
Snap on a bear.
Snap into a bear jam?
Oh yeah.
Nadia's tic-tacking away on her comlink. And Ryan and Siren are out beating dragons in the field.
Chomp.
They're doing some sort of practice. You can't really tell what kind.
Dragon practice.
Dragon practice. Why weren't you at dragon practice?
At some point in time, Siren's probably going to get a ping with like, "Check this out," and it'll be the Simpsons of petting a lupa.
What?
Remember that time when you were told to not show that to anyone?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'd show that to everyone.
She's a Drake. It's fine. Don't tell anybody.
Siren is notorious for being exceptionally good at keeping secrets.
I know, right?
I'm a dragon. Tell anyone. Also, you know Paloopa likes pets. Paloopa.
Palupa, not Holupa.
I-
Palupa.
I mean, to be fair, since this is now canon that this is like some kind of weird fetish, I guarantee you there's like long strings of Pornhub of just Halupa getting off to this crap. And it's the most disturbing thing you could ever imagine.
I mean, why not? Why that? Why not just a genre for the the double-bodied, the Transformers, the shapeshifters out there? It's like just softcore, etchy, getting pet. Yeah, it's just out there.
Well, because that exists now, but there's
The
no
drakes.
dragons.
And the furries, just the regular furries, run of the mill.
Yeah. This is Hulpa.
This is Halupa's legacy.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like,
what did I say? I tried it one day. I liked
Like
it.
incredibly inappropriate dragon pet porn.
I can't wait till this world ends.
Can't wait until this stream gets posted.
Just watch this. It gets saved in the in what's it called? Like a time capsule. Survives to the 8th world.
Hope is like, oh, this shit follows me. You let someone pet you one time
2 times.
because they saved your life.
Hey. You made choices.
Where's the Australia dragon? I asked this before.
There's no Australia dragon. Well, there are Australia dragons, but there's no Australia great dragon.
Is Australia itself its own great dragon?
Yeah, that's the
basically.
secret.
So, when does the portal open?
The portal opens at midnight.
Whoa!
I know, scary, right?
I'm spooked. Are you spooked? I'm spooked.
Don't open an astral gateway at 3 a.m.
Oh, okay, we have 3 hours then.
Oh yeah, I would be tired at that point anyway. Because I'm nocturnal.
John slept.
Runs and does a cannonball through the portal. I'm kidding.
So yeah, you
Plug yourself into the car.
you see that the
Can we drive our Roadmaster into the portal? I'm sorry for interrupting.
you see the dykish farm girl.
Oh my god.
Which one?
She calls you all over. And you see, it's not really Stargatey because it doesn't have any structure around it, but it's like sort of this like pulsating mass of like sort of like psychedelic lighting, I guess would be the best way to describe it.
Dykish Farm Girl was my AOL name.
Something happened.
And you see there's a bunch of like crop circles around it.
Oh. Aliens did this.
I really wish any of y'all could see Astrally, so I could explain what the deal is with her.
Nope.
Too bad!
Said she just
anyway.
spent the last 12 hours sleeping with someone.
Huh?
Well, I presume that's where Scotty's been, just off seducing the farm girl. That seemed to be the direction that was going.
That only took a few hours. The rest of the time was spent elsewise.
She was wearing flannel.
She was, and then you got to her.
Hey now.
Wow. Okay, to be fair, like, wow. Like, this has just been a very horny session for everyone. But anyway, back to the rift in time. Now we're talking about holes and rifts and penetrating. God.
Shut you! Shut you!
Thank
Shut
you,
you.
Miss B, for the follow.
Whoa! See, this is what. See, Fuse. This is what gets you follows.
It took me 2 minutes of trying to get Steamlabs up to find out what that notification was.
Wait, someone followed us just for being horny?
For being talking about
Wow.
lesbians getting it on.
So that sounds about right, yeah.
Alright, yes. The portal is open, and she asks you all to hold hands while you enter to make sure that you all end up at the same place.
One question.
Yeah?
Scotty's gonna say, can we link arms and pull out her Remington and cock it and say, I'd like to keep this for close encounters.
Whatever works for you.
And Rasko's question is, can my bear come?
I would...
fair,
Rasko's
Let's keep the animals in this dimension.
Rasko, puppy dog. Rasko's gonna roll negotiation. Rasko's gonna fucking negotiate for bears. Rasko hasn't done shit with her bear. She did one thing.
And just make sure you hold on to it if you want it to get back here.
I will. I'll hold on to it with my legs. Right, and she'll hop onto her bear, riding style.
Alright. And all of you link arms.
Yes.
Scotty, you link arms. Siren links to Ryan, and Ryan to Nadia.
Do I have to be
Kumbaya.
visible for this?
Probably.
Your reality is gonna get fucked up. You're gonna become actually invisible when you come back. And you're gonna have to use the chameleon coating to be seen.
Okay.
And
Did we ever discuss what happens to people with low essence when they wander into a metaplane?
They die forever. As opposed to that usual only temporary dying.
and
Usually they don't.
the farm girl says, "All right, I'll keep the portal open for at least a week. That should give you time. Time is strange when traversing the metaplanes, but that should be like way more than enough."
Yeah, that's gonna be my next question. Is like,
Oh,
what's the time ratio like in there to out here?
Like I said, it's unpredictable.
Hmm.
watch
Gonna be
this.
in there.
We're gonna come back out, and Ukraine's gonna be in the middle of a civil war.
We're gonna come in and go, welcome to the 8th world!
I'm just more thinking this is the one time when you're like, I wish I had a watch quantum entangled with another watch.
Yeah, that would be a thing, wouldn't it?
We come back. Welcome to the 7th world. Magic isn't a thing right now.
Wow, that'd be such bullshit.
Except
Scotty
for that
just turns off.
And
Alright.
Ryan leads you all in.
we go!
And first, Ryan disappears beyond the sort of like once they enter the like you just can't see beyond it. So first they enter, and then Siren, and then Scotty, and slowly your entire line enters the portal.
I want to put this into perspective since we're doing this now. Kirsch isn't holding hands with anyone. Kirsch wrapped her legs around John's waist and is holding her shotgun in her hands over his shoulders.
Can Kirsch even come in?
She has her own internal power supply. She'll be fine.
Well, if Kirsch
we can
come,
bring
we're all gonna
gear.
end up there nude.
Well, actually,
Kirsch
the
is
question-
gear.
Yeah, technically.
Well, the real question is, does anyone know that Kirsch is a drone besides Nadia and Daviar?
Anyone who can see astrally would find out.
Which is none of us.
Yeah.
So
in other
only
words-
the NPCs would know.
So all of the NPCs know, none of the PCs do.
Until one of the NPCs just blurts out like, "Hey, that's not a person." It's like, that's an odd observation to make, but yes.
better not be Nadia. Or else that's going to fuck up all sorts of things,
Mhm.
including the deal for John's cooperation for this job.
All right, so
So as soon as you
we're in the Nether.
as soon as you enter, like you just feel like it's not like a wind, but it's like a very intense like force that's just like that's pushing you like every which way. And I'd like everyone to make strength plus body checks to hold on to one another.
Okay.
Oh man, time for lift carry.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Oh, 2 successes.
Just by sheer luck,
Who am I holding on to?
yourself. Oh, 1 successes.
Can I get
I repeat, who was I holding on to?
That was
Uh,
me.
you can be you're holding on to you're in between Scotty and Rascal.
Alright, then I'm going to edge that.
Oh yeah, edging.
Can I get a
So
roll
that's
from
5.
can I get a roll from Church?
I'm trying to figure out how this is
It'd
because
just
one of
be body times 2. Because I usually use body in terms of body and
well,
strength.
yeah, but her arms and legs, I replaced them a while back with customized strength legs, rating 5.
So then just use the customized strength. Plus
Okay.
the body of the drone.
Alright.
You want me to roll riding to stay on my bear?
Sure.
Question, how does that work for multiple limbs? Is that just whatever the rating is?
If they're all the same rating, then it's just that rating.
Okay.
So you'd be rolling 9 dice. Okay.
6 successes. Staying on my bear.
Alright.
John is going to use a point of edge to re-roll his misses on holding on to Kirsch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh no, we lost an entire character.
There, 4 successes.
Alright. So you're all just sort of like it's sort of hard to discern time. Like you're being buffed by these like astral winds for like a pretty like it feels like a while. Until eventually a very an incredibly strong like you sort of like get into the rhythm of it after a while, but like an extremely strong wind comes out of nowhere, and Scotty,
Yeah?
it knocks your hand loose from Siren.
Well, She's a drake.
To clarify, if Kirsch is about to fly off, John will let go of the people next to him to grab onto her.
And
Yeah.
But that's the only disconnection. As
Wasn't that like at the start of the chain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scotty was holding on to Siren, who was holding on to Ryan and Nadia.
Yeah. Good luck.
So the whole team got separated from the objectives.
It's called dramatic tension.
Sounds about right.
So now we have to look for them.
And almost as sudden as it started, you're no longer in that tunnel. Or that weird astral space. You're in a field.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to say you were falling through the air.
All right.
And you stand up and you don't see anyone else besides your group. And it dawns on you that you are about as alone as you can get.
No, I've been more alone.
Ever since my sister died.
So here's my question. Does Nadia Daviar still have that tracker tag we put on her?
Do you check it?
Yeah, that's one of those things that John monitors.
It's like it just comes back like as an error.
Oh, goody.
Like you assume that it like at the very like tracking technology would have a hard time functioning in the metaplanes.
Tracking technology. What about the tracking skill?
If only we had some kind of survivalist with us.
Yeah, fucking only.
Or what if we had an animal that had a nose that worked?
And as you gaze over, you're on like a small hill, and you gaze over the plains before you. There's a forest that bars your path on all sides, and a full moon is out, and it is brightly lighting your hilltop, and I know that's short, but I think that's where we're gonna end it. Because I realized that you guys weren't enjoying the stuff with the three dragons, so I just kind of like made that go a bit faster, and then got to like the meaty hook that I've been saving for this run.
Oh boy.
Yeah, before like the screen goes black, seeing that like the light is dying, and making sure that everyone doesn't get lost, Scotty pulls out a green chem light and cracks it and hooks it up to the back of her backpack so people can find her.
So, out of curiosity, If I didn't edge that, would we have all gotten separated?
You would have. The threshold was 2.
Good.
So, again, I'm sorry that it was short, but I felt kind of bad for not having much prepared. So I want to make sure that the next session is like meaty and juicy and fun.
I can also imagine you not having prepared for every possible combination of people being together.
Yeah.
Also, conveniently, if people want to keep going, we do have another run that we could finish.
Yeah, that one is kind of... Yeah, let's go finish that one now.
What were we doing in that run? Oh, yeah.
We were killing a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's pretty straightforward, all things considered.
All right, everybody want to hop into that?
Yeah, let's go finish that train wreck.
Gollum style.
Alright, I'm going to temporarily stop the stream.
Oh, no!
I'm gonna go grab some